and welcome to Checkpoint. Yeah, I want to start by saying thank you, and thank you again for all that you do for us at Checkpoint. Thank you for subscribing on my YouTube channel. Thank you for sharing our videos. Because of all that you do, our messages and our videos are reaching a wider audience, and for this I am very grateful. I want to thank you for liking our videos, for your shares, for your comments, and for everything that you do for us at Checkpoint. And I won't forget your support. Because of all that you do, we are able to reach a wider audience. Now, today is another day for Checkpoint, and I'm really here with fresh content for you. You know that here at Checkpoint, we equip, we educate, and we empower you with information that makes you a better version of yourself. So please, what are you waiting for? Go ahead. You know how we roll. Please go ahead, invite your friends, your relations, your associates, and your neighbors. Tell them that we are right here for Checkpoint. And when I come back from the break, I would show you the topic for today. I can't wait to share what I have for you. See you soon. All right, welcome back to Checkpoint. So today on Checkpoint, I have a very interesting topic for you. And my topic is habits that keep you stuck. Habits that keep you stuck in life, in your business, in your career, in everything you do. So I'm sharing with you today habits that keep you stuck. You know, many of us should have advanced beyond the level that we are in right now. Many of us should have gotten better. Many of us should have ascended, whether in our career or in our business or in our relationships or in the things that we do. But some of us feel stuck. And sometimes it is not your village people that is keeping you stuck. Oh, let me say this again. Sometimes it is not your village people that are keeping you stuck. What is keeping you stuck are behaviors, all right? Behavioral patterns, negative negative thoughts, all right, and even emotions and attitudes and habits that will not allow you to become a better version of yourself. So today I'll be showing you the habits, some of which you know, some of which you may not even know, that is keeping you stuck. It is God's desire that you achieve. It is God's desire that you advance in life. It is God's desire that you become a better version of yourself. So when you see yourself being stuck in a place over years, over time, it is not God's will concerning you. It is possible that this time it is not the product of your village people. It is you who is keeping yourself stuck in one place. Yes, I know that there are forces and there are powers, but listen to me. At least let it be that from your own end, you are doing everything that you can to have moved forward. I know that you are conversant with some very common habits that that can keep people stuck. But today I'll be sharing with you, in fact, they are unusual habits or things you're not even aware that may be keeping you down, that may be keeping you stuck in one place. You know, many of us have to that we desire to get unstuck from where we are, but sometimes we need to let go of a particular behavioral pattern, a particular habit that is no longer serving our purpose for our current season or the next seasons of our lives. So it is very important that you identify these habits, and when you identify them, you do everything in your power, start practicing new habits to be able to overcome the old habits that have kept you stuck over time. All right, so I'll be sharing with you very quickly the habits that have kept you stuck. Number one habit I'd like to share with you today is the habit of negative self-talk. Negative self-talk. I know you say, who, me? No, I'm not the one, because you think that you always talk positive. But listen to me. Those things you say to yourself when you are alone, some of them might be keeping you down. I know you are a positive person. I know you're a cheerful person. But sometimes you look at yourself, you tell yourself you're not smart like you should be. You tell yourself that you are not as good as you should be. You may not be as good looking as you should be. All of those negative self-talk create a negative atmosphere around you. And this negative atmosphere has the power to limit you and prevent you from becoming a better version of yourself. Let me tell you the truth. Anyone who you see who is a high flyer, they also have this kind of negative self-talk that comes around them, but they don't give it room to dwell. All right? They call it the imposter syndrome. The syndrome is that little voice in your head that's always telling you you're not good enough, you are not smart enough, you are not qualified, you are not even as good as the kind of people they want in this position. That is what the imposter syndrome is. And you have to learn how to shut down that imposter syndrome. You are as good as can be. You are as smart as can be. You are wonderful. You are talented. You are gifted. You are good enough. All right? Put those things inside your head and tell yourself that you are good. Let me tell you the secret. Many people you see who are high flyers, some of them truly they have these things, imposter syndrome, trying to attack them, trying to keep them down. But what do? They replace the negative self-talk with positive self-talk. So next time when that those little voices in your head begins to talk, tell them shut up. Tell them shut up and begin to tell yourself the things that you should hear. You are smart, you are beautiful, you are intelligent, you are incredible, you are multi-talented, and you are gifted. All right, tell yourself those words. These words have ability to push you and propel you forward so that you can become who you need to be. Don't make it look like you are the only one that used to have those imposter syndrome or the negative self-talk hovering around them. Every other person has to go through that, but they overcome it. So you overcome yours. All right. I have lots and lots of videos on this issue of negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that keep you down. So I'm not going to stay much on this particular topic. I like to tell you number two. Number two habits that can be keeping you stuck. And that habit is the trap of perfection. The trap of perfection. I want you to know that I can do a whole video on this issue of perfection. I know somebody, he's a young man, very gifted, very talented, and I have had this discussion with him so many times. He is an incredible singer. He has this ear for music. I usually call him the music maker. He's been around me for a while, but the challenge I have with him is that he will go to one studio, he will make his music, and then he say, this music is not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It needs to be better. It needs to be nicer. And I would always tell him, see, people who are not even half as good as you are producing their music and putting it out there in the world. And you are busy looking for when things will be perfect. I'm asking, when will things ever be perfect? In this world, when will things ever be perfect? I know you have a humble beginning, you're just starting out from where you are. But when you keep waiting for things to be perfect, you will end up doing nothing. I can tell you that years have passed, even more than a decade since he started this music thing, and he does not have any music anywhere in the world simply because he fell into this trap of perfection. I know you want things to be perfect before you do it. I know you want things to be nice and okay before you do it. But let me tell you the truth. There is no great person who started out with making it perfect. Even Mark Zuckerberg, when he started the Facebook, it was not perfect. It was just only going to serve some of his classmates. But he saw himself, he kept improving on it. He kept developing it. He kept improving on it. And today we have what we call the Facebook the way it is. Some of you who joined Facebook like me, maybe far back in the year 2009, you must have seen what Facebook used to look like then and what Facebook is today. It is no longer the same. The algorithm and everything has changed simply because they started out imperfect and then kept improving it and kept working towards perfection. Whatever thing it is you are doing, whether it is a book you are writing, who told you your first book has to be perfect? Who told you your first song has to be perfect? Who told you that? Who told you that your first invention has to be perfect? It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't fall into the trap of perfection. You see, there are people, especially melancholists, who always want things to be as perfect as it should be, but in reality, things may never be that perfect. In fact, if you have a perfect a job now, or you have a perfect product now, there is somebody that is going to bring another product next week, a month after, a year after, a decade after, that is going to show all the imperfection in the product you have released. So why not just go ahead and do it? Do you know that some people have not gotten married now because they are waiting for a perfection. They want to get a husband that does not cough. Oh, okay, a husband that does not snore. Some men want to get a woman who does not poo. She has never pooed in her entire life. Those things are not realistic. There is no perfect anybody out there. There's no perfect spouse. There's no perfect husband. All you have to do is just to make your own definition of perfection. There are people who are supposed to have been very powerful businessmen and businesswomen. They are waiting for everything to be perfect before they can do it. Do you know there are people who they've agreed they want to get married, but they have not gotten married? You know why? They want everything to be perfect. So they're waiting for the perfect date, the perfect wedding gown, the perfect suit, and they're not yet married because they want everything to be perfect. News flash. After that wedding that you even call perfect, somebody is going to do wedding on the next Saturday that is going to be much more better than your own wedding. If you want a perfect jollof rice, somebody is going to make a better jollof rice next week that is going to be sweeter than the one that you served last week. So just zero your mind and tell yourself, whatever it is, do the best that you can. So when I'm telling you not to look for perfection, I'm not saying that you should not do the best that you can. Do your very best. Go all out, all right? Make it powerful, make it good, but make sure. Tell yourself that it may not be perfect, but this is you putting your first foot out there, all right? Many things I've been able to achieve. If I waited for perfection, I would be nowhere. I wouldn't have done anything. I just took the bull by the horn, started out, and trusted God throughout the way. So please, I want to encourage you. One of the habits that is keeping you stuck, not allowing you to ascend, not allowing you to push forward, not allowing you to get to the place where you ought to get to, is this trap of perfection. It is keeping you stuck much more than you know. So go out there. Don't wait for that pimple on your face to go out before you begin a video. All right. Some of you may have wanted to just start your video, your vlog, and you're waiting. Oh, let me wait. Let this pimple on my face go. After the pimple, another one will come. After one, another thing will happen. There is usually no perfect time. If you want to start out, go ahead and start out. All right. Number 3 habit that is keeping you stuck is the habit I call reluctance to claim achievement. Reluctance to claim achievement. Many of us, we are so poor at receiving compliments. So somebody comes to you and tell you, oh, that's wonderful. What you've done is wonderful. You say, I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was even good. That jaga jaga thing I did. That jaga jaga thing I did. Stop undermining yourself. Stop undermining yourself. I know you may not be doing it the best way you want to do it, but then you're doing something. Stop undermining yourself. Somebody comes to you and looks at your work and say, oh, your work is good. What you did is really nice. You said, did I? I'm not sure. I just put that in together. Learn to say thank you to a compliment. When somebody compliments you, tell the person thank you. You may not have to sound arrogant like somebody I know. When you tell the person, oh, you're really good at this, say, I know. That might pose some air of arrogance, but see, don't while you are trying not to be too arrogant, you are also trying not to be extremely humble. Just acknowledge and receive and claim your achievement. Somebody say you've done well, say thank you. Thank you. So just thank you. You don't need to explain why you have to say thank you and stuff like that. Some of us are so reluctant to claim our achievements. Some of us even think, oh, if I talk about the things I'm doing, people will begin to think that I'm bragging too much. They will think, this one, I'm always talking about one thing I'm doing. Please go ahead and do it. Who else will do it for you? If you do not talk about the things you have been able to achieve, who is going to do it for you? The world does not care. Nobody cares. They will rather keep you down. They will rather keep you in that position. They will even rather snuff out every achievement that you may have done. So please don't be reluctant to claim your achievements. When you have climbed, you've added a feather to the cap. How they say you add a feather to the cap of your head and stuff like that. Please say thank you. All right, talk about it. Celebrate your little wins. This is one thing I've learned to do. I celebrate my little wins. Every little step I make, every little advancement I take, I celebrate it. I remind myself that even though I have not gotten to where I want to get to, I'm certainly no longer where I used to be. And that keeps me going. That keeps me encouraged to do more, to take more steps to do something that I really want to do. So please don't be reluctant to claim your achievement. You have done well for yourself. Tap yourself on the back. Yes, 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 I have done well. You have taken that new step. Tap yourself and said, well done, girl. You good to go, good to go, good to go. All right. So this is very, very important. Don't feel like, oh, they will think I'm too loud. They will think I'm too noisy. They will think if you don't celebrate yourself, nobody will. Let me say this again. If you don't celebrate yourself, nobody will. If you want people to tell you congratulations, you must be the one to let us know what is there to congratulate. What is the new thing you are doing? Please celebrate and don't be reluctant to claim your achievements. All right. Another habit that can be keeping you stuck in number 4 is keeping score of your failures. Keeping score of your failures. Should I be sincere with you? Every one of us have failed at something. Me, inclusive. I would honestly tell you, it is not everything I started to do that succeeded. Some things I did, some of them didn't see the light of day, some of them didn't succeed. I've put my hand in several businesses. Some are still working, some did not work. But you don't sit down and begin to keep score of your failures. Everybody, every winner failed at one point or the other. Every success story one day, one time had a failure story. Meet anyone who you think is a success story. They will tell you the stories of their failures. But you know what they don't do? They don't keep score of it. They don't keep it and then they carry it like a basket on their head. They know it is failure and they treat it like an event, not like their identity, not like their personality. So if I started a business and the business failed, I am not the failure. The business failed, not me. Which means I can go ahead and start another one and hope that this one succeeds and put in all my effort to make sure that it succeeds. So please stop keeping score of your failure. I started this one, he failed. I started that one, he failed. I started this one, I failed. So if I failed in this one and that one and this one, it means that this new one I will also fail. Who told you? Who told you that? Who lied to you? So please stop keeping score of your failure. As a matter of fact, you are not the only one who has failed before. People ahead of you failed. Even I've told this story several times about an aeronautic mathematics engineer who was called Samuel P. Langley, who was the person who should have flown the first airplane in the world. But then he tried and tried and tried. After meeting several failures, he gave up. He gave up and he carried his notes and everything and dumped and said, whoever is interested should go ahead and learn from whatever it is that I have been able to achieve is not working. And then two brothers, the Wright brothers, they took up that project, they took up those notes, and they were able to fly the first plane. And it was accredited to their name. But this was all because somebody gave up. Somebody kept score of his failures and didn't push forward. Let me be sincere with you. You will fail at something. You will certainly fail at something. But that does not mean that you won't succeed. The fact that you failed at something does not mean you won't succeed at something else. So when you experience failure, don't give up on yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Tell yourself that you can still do something worthwhile, something beautiful out of your life. Don't allow your failure story to be the last story that is told about you. Thomas Edison tried to invent the light bulb 9,999 times he failed. At the 10,000th time he succeeded. What if he gave up at the 9,000th time? Would he have known that he was closer to his success than he was far away from his failures? He wouldn't have known that. So please, when you want to give up, remember that it is possible that you are already at the end of the tunnel. Remember that it is possible that you are already at the end of the line and refuse to give up. I know it is easy to keep score of our failures and we try to warn ourselves. And because of that, It kills every adventurous spirit in us. We are no longer trying to push forward. We're no longer trying to advance because we feel, oh, we have failed too many times to even think of succeeding. But that is not the truth. Don't allow that habit to keep you stuck in a place. Yes, you failed. Acknowledge your failure, but don't remain there. Acknowledge that you failed, but don't get stuck there. All right? You're not as stuck as you think you are. Get up from that place and push again. Paraventure, this time around, you are going to finally have your success story. All right? Okay, so let me share with you the next one. Number five, habit that could be keeping you stuck. Number five habit that is keeping you stuck in life, in your career, in your business, in your marriage, in anything. It is called shifting blames. That's number five. Shifting blames. Why is it that it is so easy for us to blame everybody but ourselves? So we blame our fathers, we blame our mothers, we blame our sisters, our brothers, our uncles, our aunties, our cousins, our nieces and nephews. We can blame everybody, even our grandparents, all right? We blame everybody but ourselves. We do not take responsibility for the ways through which we are contributing to our current failure. So we are always saying, it is that person, it is that uncle, it is that person in the village, it is that auntie, it must be my father, it must be my mother. Listen to me. Stop shifting blames. Whenever anything goes wrong in what you are doing, ask yourself the first question: what could I have gotten wrong in this? And it is actually an act of humility for you to ask yourself that question. Start from yourself. It is commonly said in the leadership balance that if you do not lead yourself, you can't lead others. Until you lead yourself successfully, only then can you be able to lead others successfully. So start from yourself. Ask yourself relevant questions. In what way am I getting it wrong? In what way did I not do what I was supposed to do? What did I miss? What did I not see? What did I not factor out? Start from yourself. This issue of blaming everybody but yourself is keeping you stuck. You have a reason why this thing is not working, and that reason is always somebody. You come to a factory and something went wrong, you have everybody to blame. As a good leader, a leader does not shift blames. A leader takes the blame. Even if you have people under you, working under you, it is important that you learn how to do it, to take the blame and share the victory. If you win, if you succeed, let everybody know that, this is our victory. We did this together. But then if you fail, take the blame to yourself. This is how great leaders operate. So stop shifting blames. I know it's easier to shift the blame so that nobody looks down on you, nobody thinks you're not good enough. But listen to me. Learn to take your own portion of the blame in anything that happens. This always shifting blames is what is keeping you stuck. The moment you are shifting blame, you become blindsided, all right? You become a bit clouded, that you are not able to see what your role was in that past failure. So only then, only when you begin to take some part of the blame and begin to look at yourself, what did I do wrong? What did I not see? What did I not factor in? That's when you begin to get unstuck from whatever is keeping you stuck. Capish? All right, let's talk about number six. All right, so number six, a habit that is keeping you stuck is what I call unhealthy attachment to comfort zones. Unhealthy attachment to comfort zones. Who doesn't like a comfort zone, right? Every one of us likes a comfort zone. A comfort zone is that place where you feel comfy, you feel comfortable, you are fine, you are good. It's a safe place for you, right? You are comfortable within those boundaries. That is why it is called a comfort zone. But I want to ask you, how long will you stay in your comfort zone? There are many things I've been able to do and achieve because I dared to step out of my comfort zone. I didn't stay there. I didn't remain there. I told myself this is it is an uncomfortable zone, but I have to move forward. I have to do something about it, and I did. You know, I did. And when I stepped out of my comfort zone, I realized that I had so many potentials, so many talents and gifts and abilities that were not explored as long as I remain in my comfort zone. So please remember, I said it is an attachment to your comfort zone, but it is unhealthy for you. It will not allow you to explore your gifts. It will not allow you to explore your deep potentials. It will not allow you to explore the very hidden and wonderful aspects of you that people do not already know about, simply because you just want to be comfortable in that zone. So please don't be unhealthy, don't be attached to your comfort zone in a very unhealthy manner. I know it's a comfort zone, it's a palatable area, but please, once in a while, all right, as much as you can, push yourself to limits. In fact, there are times you might say this is my limit, but when you push yourself and push yourself hard enough, you will discover new limits, right? So if I say that this is my limit, this is the point which I cannot go beyond, and I succeed in pushing myself to this point and beyond it, what have I done? I have set a new limit, and that limit is not real because I really have no limits. I really have no limits. It's just the limit I tell myself I have that I actually have. So, but if you see yourself pushing yourself through limits, through limits, through limits, very soon you become limitless, simply because you are good and talented and gifted at what you do. So this is very, very, very important. All right. Don't be attached. Don't be attached to those comfort zones. All right. I'll be sharing with you number seven. Number seven habit that is keeping you stuck is what we call procrastination. Ah, you remember this one, right? This one is that age-long serpent that has been hanging around your life for a very long time. Procrastination. You say, okay, what I'm supposed to do today, you leave it for tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, you find another reason why it cannot be done that tomorrow, and then you postpone it to the next day, and then you keep until it is not done. Ah, procrastination. It is commonly said that procrastination is the thief of time. Don't allow procrastination to keep you stuck in life. Don't allow procrastination to keep you stuck in your destiny. You see, many people have the same volume of excuses that you have, but they went ahead to pursue their vision never nonetheless. So please, I know you have a reason why it has to wait. Maybe later, when things are convenient, when things are better, at a better time, at an opportune time. Listen to me. Stop procrastinating. All right? Stop procrastinating. Ah, I know. I'm sure that even you watching this video right now, if you are to be honest to yourself, you can really say the areas you have been procrastinating, right? So please, I want you to be sincere, all right? Let me know in the comment section right now. Tell me the ways through which you have been procrastinating. Tell me what you have been procrastinating about and how you intend to change it. Tell me what you have been procrastinating about and what you want to do about it. All right. So, because I believe that if you talk about it, if you talk about the areas where you have been having issues of procrastination, you might see yourself walking through it and achieving it in the long run. So please let me know in the comment section. Should I tell you my own? All right, I'll be sincere. I have two books that should have been out since 2020. This is 3 years, right? Hmm. So what I'm telling you, you're not the only one in this show. You're not the only one on this table. Oh. I am also on this table. And because I am saying it boldly and publicly, I'm sure I'm going to do something about it between now and the next month, right? That's not procrastination. That's just setting a deadline, a time target. So I'm going to do something about it between now and next month. I'll make sure that these two books are out. Do you know what has been keeping me? Just to sit down and proofread. That's all. You won't believe it. Just to sit down and proofread. I'll be looking for a better time. I'll be looking for other things that seem to be a priority. And like that, I have not really invested the time I need to invest to make sure that these books are out. But now I have talked about it. It's going to be out soon. And let me put the title out there so that it will propel me to get it done. This book is on the pastors' wives, and the other one is on female ministers. Now it is out. So hold me accountable, right? If you're a regular audience for Checkpoint, hold me accountable. Ask me about this book by the end of next month. All right? It should be out. So procrastination is the thief of time. It makes the things that we should have done long time ago not to be done. It is a thief of time. See how I've lost 3 years because I just been procrastinating. So what I'm telling you, it's not because I'm just a master at all of this. It's because I know them. I have experienced them and still experiencing some of them. So this is it. It's out there. Procrastination, you got nothing on me. All right, so let's talk about number eight. Number eight habit that is keeping you stuck in life. And number eight habit is avoiding personal development. Avoiding personal development. Oh boy, oh girl. I want to ask you one question. How do you want to be unstuck? How do you want to advance and become better? And you are avoiding personal development. Personal development is not something that anybody can do for you. I was talking to one of my mentees earlier today, and I was sharing with her about the how you benefit from a mentor. Many of you have a mentor, but you're not willing to push yourself. You just want things to come to you. And there is no mentor that teaches you by saying, all right, today is our topic on mentorship is attitude. And I'm going to show you how your attitude is costing your life. See, nobody does that. All right, there is no classroom session for your mentor, between the mentor and the mentee. The only way a mentee is able to get and benefit from a mentor is by ardent hunger first and followership. You have to follow after your mentor. You have to pursue after your mentor. Do you know that pursuit is the proof of passion? Let me say this again. Pursuit is the proof of passion, the real way through which you can prove that you are hungry about something, that you are thirsty about something, that you desire fresh knowledge and insight from a person, is to pursue after the person. So, in my talking about avoiding personal development, you need to desire to develop. You need to desire to develop personally. Nobody is going to do that for you. In fact, it is nobody's responsibility to develop you personally. It is something that you only do for yourself. You will tell yourself, I need to improve on what I'm doing. I need to improve on who I am. I need to improve on my expressions. I need to improve on my public speaking. I need to improve on the way I relate to people. And then what do? You begin to pursue after it. You begin to look at yourself and begin to work on those areas that need to be worked on. Nobody will do that for you. Only you will do it for yourself. This is why you cannot afford to avoid personal development. Improve on yourself. Work on yourself. Learn every day. Great leaders learn daily. Great leaders learn daily. Don't just be that kind of leader that is just learning once in a while. You don't read any book, you don't listen to any message, you are just there hoping that as you gray, as you get older, information inside you will advance. It does not work like that. If you want fresh information, you have to go out there, read it in, learn it in, hear it in. It has to enter into you. Information inside of you does not just begin to multiply and improve. You have to intentionally pursue after personal development, because personal development is key if you want to be relevant in this life. Personal development is key if you want to bless the world with your uniqueness. Personal development is key if you want to become the best version of yourself. You have to work on yourself. You have to develop yourself. You have to improve on your A game, all right, and become a better version of yourself. So this is so important when it comes to habits that are keeping you stuck in life. All right. So let's talk about another habit that is possibly keeping you stuck. And this is what I call closed mindedness. Closed mindedness. What is closed mindedness? Closed mindedness is a situation when your mind is closed to possibilities, when your mind is closed to fresh ideas, when your mind is closed to fresh opportunities that can help you to do better what you are currently doing. You cannot be closed minded. A closed minded person is inflexible. All right. And in this world that we have found ourselves in, you need to learn how to be very flexible. I know you studied something in the year 1900 and you are so talented and you are so knowledgeable. But listen, knowledge is shifting, like we know, as we know it, all right? The knowledge, the wisdom, the practices and ways through which things are doing, processes and practices are changing. People are getting things better, easier, well done, because things are no longer done how they used to be done before. You need to improve on your knowledge. You need to advance in your knowledge. You need to open up your mind to fresh possibilities, especially even when working with people. You have to leverage on relationship. You have to leverage on other people's knowledge. I know you are very intelligent. I know you are very knowledgeable, but you are not the ancient of days, right? You are just somebody who has learned a lot. Open up your mind again and learn more. All right, don't close your mind to new knowledge. Don't close your mind to new possibilities. Don't close your mind to new information. Every day, better ways of doing old things are being displayed. Every day, better ways of doing old things are out there. You have to open your mind, all right? You have to work with an open mind for you to be able to get unstuck in life. It is possible, very, very possible, that what is keeping you stuck in this level that you are in is something that is a free information. It's something that somebody has access to that you don't know yet. And then you are stuck simply because you don't know what you should have known, right? So can we just have an agreement? Yes, just you and I, you watching me on the screen. Can we have an agreement? And this agreement is simple. We are going to open up our minds a little. You know, I learned this the hard way. I used to consider myself a very knowledgeable person, but in recent times, I'm seeing my own what I know failing me, right? But I am opening my mind and I am keeping a very open mind and learning possibilities from others. So this I ask a lot of questions. I ask, and I'm not ashamed to even say, teach me. I'm not ashamed to tell you, oh, I don't know this. I need to learn this. I want you to show me how it is done. Because in this era, you cannot afford to be unknowledgeable, right? So you have to learn how to leverage relationship. There is something that I do not know how to do that somebody around knows how to do. It is wisdom and humility for me to approach the person and say, please show me how this is done. I know I might consider myself to have known so many things, but I don't know everything. No matter how I try to lie to myself, it's not going to work. I don't know everything. I cannot claim to even know everything. I know I grew up having this notion and this principle to know something little about everything. I would not honestly say that I have reached that goal. I am still learning. I'm still getting more knowledge. But then there are still lots and lots of things that I need to learn. Okay, lots and lots of information that I need to get that I have not gotten yet. So open mindedness will make me want to ask somebody, please, how is this done? How were you able to get results? Some of you are very quick to criticize anybody who is doing well better than you. So it's all these things they are doing is because they have money. It's because they are connected. If not, what is this thing that I cannot do? But listen to me. That is a very close-minded person talking. If you really want to learn, you open up your mind, open up your heart, and be humble and with wisdom approach the one who knows. See, anybody who is doing better than you knows something that you do not know. Let me say it again. I hope it rang a bell in your mind. Anybody who is doing something better than you knows something that you do not know. It is wisdom for you to meet that person, approach that person, and tell the person, please, this thing that you are doing without stress, this thing that you are achieving easily, please show me how it is done. Tell me how I should do my own so that I can get the same result you are getting. See, it is not arrogance, it is wisdom. Wisdom in operation. All right. So this can be keeping you stuck because you are closed-minded, you are not flexible, you are not willing to adjust your position so that you can gain new knowledge or gain new grounds. You just want to be stuck where you are. Listen to me, that era is gone. If you are close-minded, you will never be a high flyer. I don't know one high flyer who is closed-minded. I don't know one great achiever who is closed-minded. I don't know one exceptional person who is closed-minded. If you want to advance and improve and become and excel in everything that you're doing, you have to be open-minded. Be open-minded to other people's ideas, be open-minded to other people's concepts, and because of that, you'll be able to achieve much more better. All right, let me share with you number 10 and the last one for today. The habits that are keeping you stuck is caring too much about what people think. Mhm. I mean, how many of us are on this table? Caring too much about what other people think. So you want to do something that is important, and the only thing you are doing is you're asking, what do they think? Will they be okay with what I'm about to do? What do they think? What will people say? What will they talk? And stuff like that. Listen to me. If you are a people pleaser, you will never get far in life. Let me say this again. If you are just a people pleaser, you will never get far in life. As a matter of fact, people want different things. People desire different things. People will, in fact, when you have when you sample the opinions of people concerning what you are doing, some will agree, some will not agree, some will think it is unnecessary, some will think it's very necessary. They will never agree on the same thing. So this is important for you. Don't care about what people think. I'm not saying you should be thoughtless about the way you behave. I'm not saying you should not think about the consequences of your actions. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you should remove the people pleasing attitude and desire from your life. All right. When you want to do something, you know that within your heart, this thing is good. Within your heart, this thing is for the betterment of others. It's going to make the world a better place, and nobody is going to suffer as a consequence of what you are doing. Then go ahead and do it. If you want everybody to like you, something is certainly wrong with you, because you are not ice cream. Even ice cream, there are people like me who are getting older who no longer like ice cream like we should, because we know it's no longer good for our health. So please, even ice cream is getting a back seat in some of our lives at the moment. So please, everybody must not like you. You are not jollof rice. All right. Even some parts, people all over the world, some people don't even know what jollof rice is, not to start of, not to think of talking, eating it. So please, 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 don't be a people pleaser. Do what you know is right for you. Do what you know is good. Do what you know is ethical. Do what you know is going to make the world a better place. Remember, you want to be unstuck. It is those desires that when you are trying to please everybody, you are trying to think what would they say. You know, when you keep doing all of that, you will be stuck in one place. I remember a story of a farmer who went to the farm together with his wife and his son. And as they were coming back from the farm, he put his son on top of the donkey as they were coming back. And people who passed by said, "Oh, look at this child. This child must be an ungrateful child. You mean your parents are trekking by foot on the ground and you're on top of the donkey? Why? Why would you do something like that? What kind of ungrateful child is this?" And they start saying, "It is children of this generation. They have no regard for parents, no value for parents." And they kept talking. This man looked, and when he saw what they were saying, he brought the child down and kept his wife on top of the donkey. Now, as they kept moving forward, another set of people saw them and said, "Ah, what kind of woman is this? This is why men die on time. And look at her poor child. She did not even consider her poor child. She did not even, what kind of a mother is this? So heartless that she can allow her child to be walking on the ground while she's just there on the donkey, balancing comfortably, and see her husband. This man must have worked hard all day, and now he's walking on the ground, and they're not even considering this man who is the breadwinner of the family. This is how men die early and leave lots of widows upon the earth." And when they heard this, the woman came down from the donkey and the man climbed the donkey. And as they were walking, they had gone further. They met another set of people. They said, "Hey, I have never seen a kind of selfish man like this. How would a man be this selfish? You see, he is on the donkey, and the people he should be taking care of, his wife and his child, are trekking under this hot sun. Why would men be? This world is wicked. Men are scum. Men are wicked. Men are terrible. And when this man heard it, he was confused. He didn't know what to do. Why would people be not just leave them alone? But he said, okay, I know how to solve this problem. He took his wife and took his son, and three of them were on top of the donkey. He said, now they won't have anything else to say. And as they kept moving forward, somebody said, hey, the wickedness of man. Is it because this is an animal? That is why you are treating it like this. Three of you on top of one donkey. Do you guys want to kill this donkey? If you want to kill it, kill it. So the donkey will just know that it is dying a normal death instead of dying out of with pain because of the weight of three of you on top of the donkey. What is the moral of this lesson? You will never please anybody. So please, let me tell you the secret. Be you, all right? Do you, and the world will give you some room to manifest. Do you, be you, and the world will adjust for your sake. If you are trying to get everybody to understand you, to feel you, to be on your side, it will never happen. So do you, be you, and let the world adjust for your sake. These are the few things I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. It's been an amazing time, and I'm sure you got lots and lots of value. Remember, at Checkpoint, we equip, we empower, and we educate you so that you can become the best version of yourself. And we don't do anything short of that. That is why we always bring you quality videos every time on Checkpoint. I'm really excited to be on your space tonight and for all that I have shared. Now, I know some of you just joined this video. So what are you going to do? Go back to the very beginning of the video and watch from the beginning to the end so that you can get more value. All right? Don't be that one that will just come and take just 10 minutes of the video out of the entire video. No. Go back from the very beginning and watch till this point so that you can get quality value. And I believe that by the time you begin to remove this negative habits and begin to replace them with more quality habits, the opposite of every one of them, you will discover that you become unstuck, all right? And you become a better version of yourself and do more for your life, do more for your destiny, do more for the world that is waiting for your manifestation. Let me tell you the truth. The world is seriously, hungrily, thirstily waiting for your manifestation. Don't deny them that glorious destiny inside of you. Don't deny them that glorious potential on your inside. It is time to let out. It is time to manifest. It is time to showcase your uniqueness. It is time to become all that God wants you to be, all right? Shine, shine, and shine. Don't stop shining, all right? Allow the light within you to shine properly. And when you begin to do that, you discover that you will be a happier person, you'll be a more contented person, and the world will be better because you are in it. All right, so these are the few things I wanted to share with you today on Checkpoint, and I know in my heart that you are better just listening to this video. Now, please remember, it is not what you hear that makes you powerful. It is what you do that makes you powerful. If you hear and you don't do, it is completely useless and worthless. All right, until I see you again, keep making an indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so much. Bye-bye for now. Mwah. Hi everyone, I hope you are blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, you'll be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed and God will bless you. Love you.